Good afternoon. My name is Buffy, and if this is your first time seeing this podcast, Recovering Perfectionist Mama, Grace in Progress, welcome. We're happy to have you. I just want to give you a little bit of heads up about who I am and what I do and why I'm doing this podcast. I'm a lifestyle creator on the TikTok, Instagram, YouTube space and deal with a lot of issues related to women's lifestyle, such as children and family and marriage and relationships and self-empowerment, self-improvement, health and fitness, mindset, cycle syncing, functional fitness, a lot of areas that affect women today. Additionally, my goal is to help women learn new information, especially cutting edge information such as like biohacking and the micro gut biome and things like that. So ultimately, I want to empower you to be able to make your own decisions and be able to kind of level up, because ultimately I like to learn a lot of things and make life a little bit easier for myself and for others. And I think that there's a lot of really cool things out there, and we just need to know where to find it. And also aspects of parenting and aspects of confidence building and habit breaking and things like that to help you live your best life and show your family that it's possible to have a productive, happy, confident life and enjoy what you're doing, right? And that ultimately what we want to do. We only have one life to live, and let's make it the best we can. So also my hope is to potentially be able to build kind of a community of women who are like-minded and want to continue to level up and continue to push boundaries for themselves and make what may have seemed impossible possible at some point. So today we're going to talk about how much protein powder does a woman really need. Walk down any nutrition aisle and you'll see it. Rows of colorful tubs promising lean muscles and endless energy. But how much protein powder does a woman really need? Is it a daily must-have or just expensive dust? Today, we'll cut through the hype and give you a clear, evidence-based answer. We'll talk about a simple formula to calculate your personal protein needs, the benefits of getting enough, the real consequences of falling short, plus the best food and powder sources to fit your lifestyle. Let's talk about muscle maintenance and growth. Why protein matters. Protein matters because it supports lean muscle, boosts metabolism, and aids in fat loss. I, for one, have actually been focusing on protein for some time now, and I have noticed a massive difference in my health goals. I've been able to avoid the dreaded, like being overly hungry, susceptible to cravings and such. Who knew that protein was such a powerful tool for us, especially those who are striving to eat right, eat healthy, eat mindfully. One of the first podcast episodes I did was on intuitive eating, which is really important to me, to be mindful about what we eat, what we're putting into our bodies and things like that. If you're very similar, you might want to check that episode out if you haven't seen it. It also aids in fat loss, which is also important, as well as it also helps with hormone and enzyme production. Like amino acids are the building blocks for hormones and enzymes that keep your body functioning smoothly, which we clearly all want. As well as immune support and healing. It's crucial for repairing tissue and strengthening your immune system. As well as satiety, I can't pronounce that word, satiety and energy. High protein meals stabilize blood sugar and keep you full longer. And I'm an absolute testament to that. I tend to get about 50 grams of protein in my morning protein powder, and I put like the Jabby coffee in it because it kind of makes it like a treat. It is a treat for me. I have it like pretty much every morning. So let's talk about the protein formula. Active strength training women need 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, or about 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. An example, a 150-pound active woman would need 105 to 150 grams of protein per day. Sedentary baseline would be 0.8 grams per kilogram or 0.36 grams per pound as an absolute minimum, but most benefit from more. So these are just guidelines. There doesn't appear to be an upper limit to the amount of protein. I mean, obviously you don't want to go crazy, but ultimately it's based on each individual. You know, if you're hungry, probably grab more for protein and fruits and vegetables and things like that, right? But anybody remember the food guide pyramid where the grains were literally the foundation? I always joke, and I say this a lot. I say if I had known that protein was literally like the powerhouse that it was, I think I would have ruled the world back then because I loved carbs. Now I'm realizing that protein is a lot more filling. There's not as much crash. There's a lot of benefits to it, and it makes me feel healthy and satisfied, and it's helping me achieve my goals too. So I mean, win, 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 right? So you can track your current intake for 3 days using an app like the Chronometer or MyFitnessPal, and you can compare your average to the formula and adjust. And some people will probably, I mean, you probably wouldn't want to go like from, you know, a low amount of protein to like the maximum or anything like that, or like expanding at an excessive rate. You want to kind of gradually ease yourself into it. And I've been doing this probably because I did keto at one point in my life, and also tried to do more of like high protein for quite a while. So I didn't just, you know, slam right into it. I mean, it was something that I definitely had worked toward for quite a while. And I think that that's probably the suggested strategy so you don't burn yourself out, so you don't get overwhelmed, especially in this day and age when there's so much going on. People are so busy. I mean, you don't want to just go kind of like, you know, right to the wall, like right to the level, and just, you know, keep pushing yourself. So powder versus whole foods. When protein powder is actually helpful. Convenience when you're busy or you're traveling, and everybody these days seems to be busy, right? We've all got a million things to do on our to-do list, and we know we're never going to accomplish all of them, and that frustrates us and that motivates us to try to find some time that we can actually save. Which, do we actually save time? Not really, but we're trying, right? And then after workouts, if you can't eat a meal within 1 to 2 hours, it's not a magic bullet. Powder is a supplement, not a meal replacement. Aim for at least 70 to 80% of daily protein from whole foods. The top whole food sources are animal, such as chicken breast, turkey, fish, salmon or tuna, lean beef, eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. Don't forget ricotta, guys. Anybody like ricotta? I love ricotta. Plant-based would be lentils, chickpeas, tofu, tempeh, edamame, quinoa, and seitan. How do you pronounce that? Seitan. I'm not vegetarian, so I can't. It's Seitan. Some of you vegetarian or vegans may know how to pronounce that. So also the protein powder options are whey isolate or concentrate, which has a complete amino profile and has fast absorption, which is definitely a pro. Casein, which is slow release, great before bed. Plant-based is pea, rice, hemp blends. Choose mixes for complete amino acids because those are important. Those are your building blocks for hormones and such. Collagen is incomplete and it needs to be paired with other sources. So you want to look for in a protein powder 20 to 30 grams of protein per serving. Minimal additives and third-party testing, NSF or informed choice. As well, the benefits of adequate protein include improved workout recovery and strength gains, which are big benefits, better weight management and body composition. I've improved with that recently, as well as reduced cravings and steadier energy levels. I can also attest to that. Healthier hair, skin, and nails. The lady who cut my hair recently actually commented on my hair because she's like, wow, this is like the best that I've seen. And I was like, well, I've been eating a lot of protein. And she's like, that's probably it. So there's another added fun benefit, even if it is a vanity benefit, it's a fun benefit. So let's talk about the consequences of not getting enough protein, because sometimes we need motivation to do what we need to do and what we know we need to do. So you can get muscle loss and lower metabolic rate. No one wants that. Poor wound healing and immune function. And then brittle hair, nails, and dull skin, as well as persistent fatigue, and difficulty losing weight. These days, though, protein can be so much easier to get than one would think. You know, you can drive through at Chick-fil-A and get like their grilled chicken bites. You can have a protein shake if that's what you need. Carrying cottage cheese with you in like a cooler if you're the very handy, resourceful type, right? I've also been I have a very picky child. He literally would only drink like milk. Like he would drink milk, and he would have like a very few things that he would actually eat, mostly junk food, unfortunately. But he actually has started, he started participating in a sport that he's never participated in before. He started cross country. And he really didn't think that he was going to like to run. But it turns out that he likes to run, and he's pretty good at it. I mean, he's not setting any world records or anything. Not that that's good, bad, and indifferent. But he's enjoying it, and he's liking it, and he's motivated to keep getting better times and doing better and leveling up, which is awesome. He's a very motivated person for the most part in that area, especially in sports, because he also plays basketball. But his whole thing was, he came home and he said, I want to start eating better. What do I need to do? Well, I was like, let's talk about this. He's like, I really do like smoothies. I don't like a lot of other things, but I do like smoothies. So through the vehicle of protein powder in a smoothie, he loves chocolate. So I got him a really good protein powder that has 1 gram of sugar in it, which I thought was great. Tastes good. He likes it. I was able to get him to have banana, spinach, blueberries, strawberries, some milk, of course, to kind of get the smoothie smooth and everything. And he's had that smoothie most days, and he likes the smoothie. I think it's going to help him get stronger. I think it's going to give him energy. I think it's going to help him level up on his, nutrition goals and be healthier. And so I guess time will ultimately tell. But, any protein is a good thing, which he tends to eat protein anyway. But so ultimately, it's like getting protein is very important. It's a building block, and we need to do the best we can to get it. So feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram or TikTok, recovering_perfectionist_mama. And if you have any topic ideas or anything, let me know. I do look forward to hopefully seeing you all again. And I hope that you'll tune in again to us soon. So I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.